The world wars and economic power, both World War I and World War II, were fought largely in Europe. While American soldiers fought and sacrificed, the U.S. homeland was untouched. Instead of devastation, America profited. It supplied weapons to European powers. As European currencies weakened, global demand for the U.S. dollar rose. In 1944, the Allies agreed to link their currencies to the U.S. dollar backed by gold. This decision, known as the Bretton Woods Agreement, made the dollar the world's dominant currency. After World War II, the U.S. led the creation of institutions such as the United Nations, the International Monetary Fund (IMF), and the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade Gap, later transformed into the World Trade Organization (WTO). The Cold War era, from 1950 onward, to global superpowers emerged, the USA and the Soviet Union. The Cold War was not a direct military confrontation, but an ideological struggle, capitalism versus communism. The U.S. supported anti-communist groups worldwide, sometimes funding rebel groups, sometimes toppling governments. Operations in Latin America, Africa, and Asia expanded U.S. influence. By the late 20th century, the U.S. maintained 800 military bases in over 70 countries. In 1949, the U.S. also formed NATO with European allies to counter Soviet influence. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, the U.S. remained the world's sole superpower. Internal strength, America's rise was not just geopolitical. Its domestic policies also played a crucial role. The U.S. consistently attracted global talent, scientists, entrepreneurs, and innovators from Albert Einstein to Elon Musk chose America to pursue their ambitions. Its culture fostered innovation, research, and entrepreneurship. These factors ensured that the U.S. stayed at the forefront of science, technology, and business. The contradictions of power. Despite global dominance, the U.S. faces serious internal challenges. Home ownership. Only 65.8% of Americans own homes. Wealth inequality. The top 1% controls over 40% of national wealth. Healthcare is expensive and often inaccessible. Student debt runs into trillions due to costly college tuition. Gun violence is rampant, with 600 mass shootings in 2020 alone. Meanwhile, smaller nations like Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, though not superpowers, outperform the U.S. in quality of life, health care, and social equality. The lesson, the American story, teaches us that military and economic dominance do not always translate into better lives for ordinary citizens. True greatness lies not in being the world's superpower, but in building a society that ensures the well-being of its people.